It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Set for a start, it's Dicker the kicker. Cameron Dicker with a run-up, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Stroud looks to throw on the first play. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Fighting him off. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Diggs going in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Now Stroud. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Stroud. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Stroud.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And that's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Diggs in motion right. Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Play action. Stroud now.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Diggs going in motion right. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Here's Herbert. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TV. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. Powering his way forward. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now it's Herbert. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The left side caught by Diggs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And Stroud now to throw. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 14, Chargers, So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Herbert. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first. First and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on And the release, as this will be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That's complete to Palmer. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. To the air again, Herbert. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Herbert now. On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Intercepted by the Texans. He was covered by Henry Toronto.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And some room to work. And bulldozing his way through. There he goes, right side. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds just 3 yards shy of the end zone. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. A shotgun snap for Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before the break for Herbert, escaping the pressure right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, as time expires in the first half. And the Chargers get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Now a deep one for Johnston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Stroud to throw it. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Fourth down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw, here's Stroud. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown.
In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And away we go from NRG Stadium. Deontay Hardy to return. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. And his first pass falls incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans get the football on the first turnover of the contest. What an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB in you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love, and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
It's mixed in on 2nd down. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and short. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Motioning him from the slot right. They're going a little pop pass here, sweeping across. And he's able to get this down to the 13. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive. First down, Stroud. That's him on the quick hitter. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans parlay the interception into points. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Hardy on the return. And look at this return. Races past midfield. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish off their opening drive. Justin Tucker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Looking to throw, Stroud. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. Offense in the hurry up here. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun, Stroud. Cut by Diggs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Stroud throwing here on 1st. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. So it'll be 2nd down.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. Has a hole left, room to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans break the tie here in the 1st. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Hardy on the return. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Cuts it to the right sideline. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the 1st. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They have it on 2nd and short. Another run for Henry. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st down, here's Lamar. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, the ball's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Completes this one to Hill. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He's got it! Touchdown, Baltimore! Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens tie things up at 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And it sets up 2nd down. Here's Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Working quickly here. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Diggs there to bring it in. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st and 10, around to Mixon. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Running back sent in motion left. From the 36. Collins there to grab it. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. That's a pickup of 9. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Back to throw. Stroud. Stays in the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Another try following the sack. Into the hands of Schultz. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Finding Collins. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up a Houston 1st. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Mixon will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
He's going to keep this one. And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans take the lead just before halftime. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown. down. He finds his way in on the sneak. Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. On first down, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, get a timeout, take it. All right, here we go. Second down. He's back to throw. He's on the move. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19 Texans.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Keeping it with Mixon. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Gonna keep this one and go. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Dell now in motion right. First down, Stroud. Diving in, looks close. They say he caught it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They put a receiver in motion right. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's got him, that's Mixon. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Working quickly here. Going to the ground again on first. And a nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to the Hawks. Offense up to the line fast. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, Stroud. Chased out to his right. And this one does not go far. Offense in the hurry up here. Stroud now on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nico Collins, the intended target. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Everly's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Hardy on the return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. This is Henry on 2nd. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. This, our last play of the quarter. On 4th down, snap to Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Completed to Collins. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So we're through 3 here. It's the Texans in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. Second and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. Baby.
Stroud from the pistol. Has him running the comeback. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Stroud. This throw is caught. And in for the Houston touchdown.
It is a beautiful night here in Southeast Texas, and the roof is open at NRG Stadium in Houston. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Hurts throwing right away to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him, and they will bring him to the ground. Will Anderson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
They're going on fourth down with Hurts.
Steps away. This short throw caught by. The ball comes out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on fourth down, a change of possession anyway.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice effort from Jalen Petrie getting to him behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now third down and 6 to go.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence. He doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game. And who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
They get 6. That'll leave them with third and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it.
He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Throwing is Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith
29 yards. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Waste of time.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's go.
Now Stroud. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And Stroud now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Got his man, Dell. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. Stroud out of the gun here. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Stroud to throw it. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 27, Hurts. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Stroud looking to throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
In motion right, that's Dell. Stroud.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll look to throw again.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
From the 27, Stroud dumps it off to Mixon. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stroud looking to change the play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. And it is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Quick throw to Collins. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 44 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just letting you know, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Throwing is Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Flushed out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 27 yards. And the Eagles have retaken a third-quarter lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Stroud will look to throw once more. That's caught again by Schultz. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Mixing up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have the Texans first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts eluding the pressure right. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Moore. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
You're looking there, the defensive back is maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. They'll run again. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Houston.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off in Detroit. Khalif Raymond to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up to 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Working quickly here. Goff on 1st and 10. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Running it with David Montgomery. Breaks through, and he might break away. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that gives the Lions the first. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, it's gone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Dumped off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of down. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On first down, here's Burrow. And there's your man there. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions.
Has room down the left sideline. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions go up 10-zip here in the first. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That's Carlton Davis. And he's going to go. It's a big 6. Another score here in this first quarter, Brock, as they continue dominating in this opening frame.
You know what I love here, Kate? This defense is seizing on a sputtering opponent, and they're actively trying not just to defend the lead, but to add to it.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Burrow again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Lions get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
This is ahead for about 5. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. The Lions out in front. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Stop made by Sam Hubbard. Offense up to the line fast. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. 3rd down run by Gibbs. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. That one gains 7. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Another one for Gibbs. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Offense in the hurry up here. Now gone. He brings it in. Touchdown, Detroit. It seems like a lot of the time, Rob, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. I think of the receivers, they got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over first down position. Their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Burrow from the gun. He's going deep this time. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Amik Robertson takes it away. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 1st down throw from Goff. This is complete to Patrick. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Out of the shotgun, Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 12 yards on that.